Jonathan Martinez, and this is my Persuasive Speech. There are about 7 billion people on this earth. Each of these will need fresh air, water, and food to survive, with Mother Nature being a number one supplier for these resources. But with the rapid growth of the human population, many of our Earth's resources are starting to diminish. With many trees being cut down, freshwater resources being polluted, and fertilized dirt being damaged beyond repair, it is becoming more difficult to provide healthy resources to many people around the world. This and many other reasons are why we have to stop deforestation, polluting our waters, and damaging our land. With many trees being cut down each year, the amount of fresh air in the atmosphere has greatly declined. Approximately 3 to 7 billion trees are cut down each year, which equals to 60,000 square kilometers, or about the size of Ireland. Trees play a very important role in the Earth's ecosystem. In the Earth's ecosystem, weather patterns, soil richness, and air quality. Trees can create a safe environment and provide food for birds and other animals. They are also able to absorb many harmful gases such as sulfur dioxide and carbon monoxide from the air and release clean oxygen for us to breathe in. One large tree can supply a day's oxygen supply for up to 4 people. Another major problem with deforestation is that it may lead to major flooding problems, since there will be more water on the ground instead of being taken in by the trees. But the greatest drawback of cutting down the trees is that it has a great impact on our climate. With not enough trees being able to absorb carbon dioxide in them, the gases are instead trapped in our atmosphere, and that can contribute to global warming. Ways that we can help stop deforestation are by helping plant trees in our communities, and we can also stop printing an excessive amount of paper and start going paperless. Mm-hmm. Water is one of the greatest gifts to be given to us by our very own Mother Nature. The Earth's surface is about 1.4 billion kilometers, and 70% of that is covered with water. But with that much water, only 2.5 is drinkable, and that number is starting to go down because of pollution. Over 80% of the Earth's water is being contaminated due to us dumping over 14 billion pounds of plastic into the oceans each year. This pollution is very dangerous because of the harm that it brings to the people who depend on it. There are almost 320 million people in China who do not have access to clean water, and over 3,000 children die every day globally due to them consuming contaminated water. But people aren't the only ones being affected by the pollution. 1 million seabirds and 100,000 sea mammals are being killed each year by population. If water pollution keeps on going unsupervised, and by the year 2025, cities that approximate 3.5 billion citizens will be facing water shortages. Different ways that we can help combat water pollution and conserve water can be by turning off all running water faucets when not in use, and by being careful about the kinds of chemicals you throw down your sink or toilet. Equally important as the other two kinds of pollution that I talked about is land pollution. Many things that cause land pollution there are many causes of land pollution, such as not disposing of our waste properly and throwing harmful chemicals into our soil, like pesticides, insecticides, and fertilizers, and exploitation of minerals. Things like plastics, metals, and aluminum cans, broken computer and car parts are examples of harmful waste to our land because they do not decay easily. Many farmers use fertilizers, pesticides, and insecticides to produce a mass quantity of crops at a time. This can be very good for all the food we can farm at once, but can have a negative effect on the ecosystem. Some of the chemicals may end up on the crops and soils, which can have harmful effects on us. Some methods we can use to fight against land pollution are by reducing the amount of waste we accumulate and reusing old products and recycling. In conclusion, if we don't help fight off the pollution that's taken over our world, we may end up losing the very foundation of our natural resources, our very own Mother Nature. Thank you.